It's the final countdown. Why am I making a reference to an old soft rock hit song from the 1980s? Answers after this. Greetings one and all, this is Riddleworks and welcome to my channel number 5, blah de blah, ray ray, blah 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 blah. I'm waffling at the beginning of my video. Wow. Anyway, the answer to the burning question I know you're basically asking in your mind right now is simply this.
Oh my gosh.
I will be moving from one era to another era. And I know for some it's going to be a response of, well, you're late to the party, pal. I don't really care. But I'll be making a transition from PS4 to PS5. Yes, I know, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, but there's been many different parameters and dynamics as to why I haven't adopted the PS5 at least year one, much less day one, right? COVID had a lot to do with it. And for me, there weren't no games that said to me, right, buy the PS5 for this game. There wasn't any. At least with the PS4, for me, was Destiny and to some degree Watch Dogs. Because they were new IPs, right? So they were kind of worth investigating in that regard. But in relation to the PS5, there wasn't really any games that was of interest to me. And as I alluded in my last video, the whole production process in putting games together, especially from COVID, was a bit questionable to justify the 60, 65, 70 pound price tag for the games. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really of interest to me. And my PS4 has been very, 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 very good to me in terms of basically getting cheaper games and just enjoying gaming. The continuance of my enjoyment of gaming hadn't subsided in the least by playing a PS4 console while everybody else was playing a PS5. Now, the only thing for me personally that was evident and noticeable, obviously, was the loading times, because whenever I would play Call of Duty or any other game with my friends who have got PS5, they, for example, Call of Duty, right? If we're loading up to go into shipment, let's just say, right? By the time I'm in the map, a couple of my brethren have basically killed at least 2-3 people already. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of off-putting, but you still enjoy the gameplay. Now it's got to a point now where it's like, you know what? I can't deal with this. I have to load in the game the same time as everybody else and get myself situated. You know what I mean? Because it's a bit of a blind spot when you're loading in and you're looking around and nobody's there with you, and they're already mutilated everybody on site. You know what I mean? So that was one thing. But as I alluded in my last video, one of the main reasons why I decided to get a PS5 was for one game and for one game only, and that is Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean, what else do I need to say? Rockstar. That's it. You know what I mean? The name is synonymous with quality. Quality and content. Absolutely. Look at Grand Theft Auto 5. Still rocking after 10 years and a shitload of content readily available to everybody. And even me coming back to GTA 5 late after its initial release and really enjoying myself playing the content that was on offer, just proved the point that, hey, the PS5 is worth investing. What else? Okay, let me tell you about my feelings about buying the PS5. I actually felt a bit guilty about buying a PS5. I don't know why, but when I made the order for it, I felt guilty. I felt guilty as to why am I splashing so much cash on a gaming console. And my brethren simply said to me, "You could be dead tomorrow," which kind of made sense. But at the same time, you know, I did feel a little bit of a way. But then I thought, you know what? I deserve it, man. I deserve it. I work really, really hard. I work hard in my day job, and I give my fan base entertainment and inspiration from what I do, and they love what I do, and they pay me for what I do, you know. And every time I get paid from my fan base, it always goes back into my work. But now I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna splurge and get the PS5. Not only was I gonna get the PS5, I had to get the headset that went with it, which is the Sony Pulse Elite 3D headset. Now there's a choice of the two. You got the vanilla Pulse headset, and you got the Elite, right? Now, those who remember the Pulse Elite from back in the day, from I think it's from PS3 actually. Yeah, from PS3. They can attest to its, oh my gosh, its quality, its sound quality. For me, I was a huge, massive fan of the OG Pulse Elite. Somebody perfectly described them as a rumble pack for your head, and that's exactly what it is. The same way how you felt the controller vibrate when you're playing is the same way how you're hearing dialogue, you're hearing explosions, you're hearing footsteps, and even like the dialogue. If you want to, you can basically just turn up the BS, and that will just rumble in your head back. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, awesome. But the only thing with those was the build quality. The build quality around the cups wasn't that secure, and those were the first things to go. And trust and believe when I say I used those things until the caps literally were hanging like earrings on my head. You know what I mean? So I was a massive fan of that and wondered why they didn't make another build of those. Never happened. But then looking at the Pulse Elite headset on offer, they do quite a bit. And myself and my brethren Hitman, we was reading some reviews, and one of the reviews literally only dropped last month for the headset, and it was a clear winner as to which headset I was going to get. So I definitely wanted to get the Pulse Elite 3D headset. 40 quid, I think it's 30 quid more than the vanilla. 89, 99, 109, 19, no, 40 quid. It's 40 quid more than the vanilla Elite headset, but it does so much more. And I thought, you know what, it doesn't make sense me getting a PS5 unless I hear the PS5 quality in my ears, you get me? So I invested in that. So in total it's like 606 quid I've spent on that. Now, where I was going to basically buy it was even more of an issue, because normally I'd probably buy it from Amazon, but I was so scared of ordering it from Amazon, even with the Prime Day promotion that they got coming up in the next couple of days. I was so scared of ordering through Amazon and getting the package and then opening it up to find 2 bricks in the box. So frightened. It's like I had nightmares about that, thinking, boy, if that was to ever happen to me, I would go to the warehouse and I would do the warehouse some serious damage, you know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. Then I thought, okay, let me Google if you can buy the PS5 from Sony Direct, which was kind of like a stupid question, but I just wanted clarification that I could. And it so happened that I could. And then when I went into PlayStation rather, and put in my details, they knew who I was, blah, 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 but they didn't know my address, and I gave them my address, and I was able to buy the 2 items. So I'm happy to say that my PS5 and the Sony Pulse Elite 3D headset will be dropping through my door on Wednesday, because they don't deliver on a weekend. So they start from the first business day, which is the Monday, and I will usually get it 1 or 2 days after that. So I am very, very, very happy. For some people, it's like, oh, you're late to the party, man. But for me, it's a big deal, man, because I have adopted every single PlayStation up to PlayStation 4 day one. Day one, without fail, day one. Yeah, COVID basically wrecked a lot of people's plans, you know, and it wrecked a lot of people's lives as well. And for me, it was about my health and my security, you know what I mean? And gaming, upscaling my gaming wasn't really part of the plan. But 4 years, you could say, mid-cycle of the console's life, I decided to basically invest. Now, I know what you're probably asking. What games am I looking forward to? Well, the games that I see a few of my friends playing are XDefiant, which has been getting mixed kind of vibes since its release. I haven't really been investigating the PS5's ecosystem as yet, simply because of the games that I've already got on PS4, which can be upscaled to PS5, and a couple of people have been telling me, you know, once you play those games on PS5, you will never go back to your PS4 again. So that experience of going from VHS to DVD, I want to have that experience again. Because the aforementioned experience was like watching something on VHS and then buying a £450 DVD player and watching The Matrix for the first time. Freaked me the hell out. So I'm looking forward to that feeling, as late as it may be, but I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, yeah, so in terms of the whole PS5's ecosystem, the whole games catalog, I haven't really looked deep into that because I didn't have a PS5, so it wasn't necessary for me to do that, but to look for games that were compatible with PS5, let's basically say. So that's all I've been doing. However, there are a couple of games I've pre-ordered. One should be of no surprise to you, which is Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And I've got to give props to my brethren, the one and only Bev Lee, who has managed to snag a bargain for me in getting or in pre-ordering Call of Duty Black Ops 6 for £53 for a physical copy of that, and the bog standard copy of that as a digital copy is 70 quid in the PSN store. So yeah, so 17 quid, less than the recommended retail price. Yeah, that works for me. And another game that I was kind of hesitant about, but I decided to get it. And the game is Undisputed. Undisputed, ladies and gentlemen. For those who are not familiar with Undisputed, Undisputed is basically a boxing game that started its life out on PC. I forgot how many years ago now. And I was introduced to that via my good friend Pemby66, who actually started me on this whole Rhythmworks Gaming YouTube thing. So big up to him, props to him. But I wasn't really that impressed either way, because for those who know me will know that I am a huge Fight Night Champion fan. I got into the Fight Night series from Fight Night Round 3, Round 4, Fight Night Champion. And Yeah, I was a massive fan of that. I played a ton of that. You know, as I'm thinking now, I'm thinking of the OGs, Scotland's Finest, Sakuraba, Relapse, Pemby 66, General Mad Up, Low. Oh my gosh, man, the memories just keep flooding back in relation to that game. Anyway, I kept getting requests from people asking me if I'm going to buy the game, and I had to let them know I don't even have a PS5 to play it on, bruv. You know what I mean? So, but that wasn't the deal maker. To be fair, the deal maker was the fact that the game only cost £41 for me, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to invest in that. That is another version. I think it's a WBC version, and you get extra fighters, and you get extra fighters and extra attire and stuff like that. But for me, paying £23 for that doesn't justify it. I'm sorry. £23 for that now. So I am buying the bog standard edition for £41, courtesy of Argos. Right, and let's see. And also Grand Theft Auto 6, as I alluded to before. But yeah, I'm just happy that I've now made my purchase. I'm happy that I've made a decision to go down the PS5 route now, because with Black Friday and Prime Day and the holidays coming up, yeah, they're going to be snapped up. And I've been looking in Amazon, and they've been saying, well, we've only got one PS5 left. Currys are saying we only got 1, 2, 3 PS5s left. So they're going to get snapped up. From they made a decision to sell the Sony PS5 Pro at £700, I think that spurred people's decision to just buy the vanilla PS5 and get accessories for it for around the same price. It kind of makes sense, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was the sensibilities in my decision in getting the PS5 now. But yeah, so from Wednesday, hopefully the first game that I'll hope to be streaming will definitely be Untitled. And what am I Untitled? Undisputed. Where am I getting Untitled from? That's the name of one of my albums. But anyway, yeah, Undisputed is going to be probably the first game I'm going to start streaming and getting into real hard, because Blops ain't dropping till October the 25th. So yeah, so I'll have enough time to train on Undisputed and see where the PS5 road takes me. So yes, it is the end of an era where I'm going to be ending my streams on PS4 and starting my streams on PS5. I don't know if I'm going to be making any videos on how to basically share your videos and stuff like that. It's a lot of work. But I'm sure there's lots of people that's been doing it already within the 4 years of the console's existence. So you don't need me to try and do it in a noob style. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I'll be checking out those videos myself anyway. But that's all for now. That's all I wanted to give you a heads up on and let you know what is going on in my gaming world. And I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped for getting the PS5. 4 years late, but better late than never. You know what I'm saying? So if anyone has got any recommendations as to what games I need to check out on the PS5, people, please let me know. I'll be very, very interested in finding out. You kind of know the games that I like to play. I'm a bit of a runner and gunner and stealth kind of fighter, shooter, gamer. You know what I mean? So, but I don't mind being taken out of my comfort zone. So please let me know what games I should be investigating and what else I have to look forward to in the PS5 universe. Anyway, with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu, and I want to thank you for watching, thank you for stopping by, and as always, you done know the crew, whatever the game, media, platform, format, genre, happy gaming, because if you are happy gaming, not only am I happy for you, I'm happy with ya. Unless you give me 2 headshots in a row. Anyway, with that, I'm out of here. Maganski, laters.